On this album, I haven't heard a miss, really. What's up, friends? My name's Kevin Basset. I'm a singer, a songwriter, and a producer. Welcome to another episode of Kevin shamelessly promotes his music by reviewing a popular album. Today's special guest, the Lumineers, with their new album, Brightside. I mean, this is becoming less of a review and more of just me pointing out the intelligent production elements that go on in the song. Whatever. Make sure to subscribe, please. It helps a lot. And check out my music. I've got an album called Giovanni that came out recently, and Harley and I released a new single under the name Jack Jack. Both will have links in the description. And they're available everywhere, so you could also just, search them and you'd find them. Ask and ye shall find. I really liked the last two albums by the Lumineers, Cleopatra and 3. I probably listened to Cleopatra more than I did 3, but I really liked the audio-visual presentation that went along with 3. Probably one of my favorite audio-visual presentations of an album ever. That and Runaway by Kanye. Just that whole short film. So I'm excited to see what's to come on this album. I'm interested. Oh, does this album change color on Apple Music? It does. That's fun. Let's start it out with Brightside. I really like the way all of the vocals come in on the chorus. Just that deep vocal layering. I've done that on several songs, and I think it's a really smart technique to emphasize the chorus. You can hear it throughout my album, Giovanni. I also like the way that there's two different guitars playing two different parts on either side of the ear. I think it's just a pretty common technique. The tom work is also really, really good. I'll be your bright side, baby. I also really like that high guitar doing a counter melody during the chorus. It sounds really pretty. I could see it in the air. Every word was like... It's a great way to introduce the album with a banger. I like when songs start out with what is a higher energy song for that band. And for the Lumineers, this is fairly high energy. It's not like the highest energy song they've ever released, but they can get pretty low energy. They get pretty chill. The crunchy, distorted guitar, I think they do a good job of making sure that it doesn't get too muddy, but it still has that kind of folky garage rock type of feel. I'm guessing they're cutting the low end on it a little bit just to maintain that sound, which is a smart technique. I cut the low end on basically all of my electric guitars. That drumming was really excellent, and I like how the tom work, it went percussively from, a lot of tom work to, snares and cymbals on the choruses. That was really nice. I really like the counter melodies in the chorus. It's fairly simple as far as the song goes, but it was cool. Throughout, they'd panned one of the guitars to the left and had this other guitar occasionally come in on the right. And on the last verse, they had a vocal come in on the right doing a harmony. And that sounded really nice. I liked that. I liked the idea of balancing the panning space. And so that mixing technique worked well. AM radio. When the Savior sang from the fire escape on the second floor. I really like how the reverb of the guitar comes into the right side. So the guitar's panned to left, but the reverb goes right. It's cool. Also, the songwriting is so amazing. Long as you ride. The way they bring in and take away instruments on this is really cool. It has this nice shift in energy throughout the whole song. They add pianos at certain points, they add kicks at certain points, they have a full drum set, they have electric guitars come in at one point, bass, they're really intelligent about where they give and take with their instrumentation. Yeah, I really like that song. I really like the development on it. The energy was great. The way it changed and shifted. Songwriting was really interesting. And I like the call and response vocals at the end. I forget how much I love that until I hear it on a song. And I'm like, I need to do that more. Harley and I do it on a project we have coming out soon. February 14th. But yeah, it's been a second. I liked a lot of the lyrics on that. There's the line, when the Savior sang from the fire escape on the second floor. It's so good. That's such a good line. It's so perfect at kind of painting a picture of what's going on. Feels like a Jack Kerouac type of prose. I like the incorporation of biblical elements into a modern setting. I think that's a great way to write songs. I like to do it. Brand New does it a lot. It's just, it adds an epic quality to a song pretty seamlessly, because the Bible at certain points reads like an epic, and the word choice in the Bible feels epic to people. Okay, next song, Where We Are. Laying on the table like I wasn't even there. Jeremiah's playing on this is just so good. I love that they've captured the soft click that goes on with the piano. Interesting recording technique there. Where we are, I don't know where we are, but it will be your... That song's so catchy. Yeah, that chorus is so good. I love how the background vocal and the vocal in the foreground kind of play off of each other. It starts as this call and response, and then they join together. I feel like this song works so well for sync. You know, you can almost picture people taking a road trip together, singing out this song. It fits with that travel vibe so well. And it's so catchy and so well done. Yeah, the piano work on it is probably my favorite part of it. And I like the way they record that piano. It sounds really fresh. I also liked the glockenspiel coming in at the end to emphasize the melody. I think it definitely added something special to the end of the song. I like that idea of, you know, building on every chorus and adding elements like that. We did something similar on Oh What a Beautiful Morning, where we had a high bell imitate what was going on in the vocal in a higher octave. Okay, let's keep it going. Birthday. We gathered round your house, burned out. Those oohs sound really good. I also, and the ahs. There's a lot of just great background vocal work on this album. It sounds very Paul McCartney, this song, which is highest compliment for songwriting. A garden hose. Great addition to the catalog of birthday songs. Very Beatles sounding. It feels like a song you don't have to play just on your birthday, but works for that too. Background vocals on this album have been really, really cool. They've really set the tone of this album, in my opinion. Also, I like the change in energy, how they started out with just the guitar and the vocal with a very reverby vocal, and then they go back to that at one point. I like that they switch the atmosphere for the vocal in accordance with what is going on with the track. When the track becomes more active, the vocal has less reverb. When there's more space for the vocal, there's more reverb. And it slows down a little bit. That's a groove. That's a bop. Big Shot. Shot. You wanna be the big man. You wanna... I think it's fun how much energy this song has, even though it's slower tempo. It's a more chill song, but his vocal brings so much energy to the song with that slight distortion he adds in the vocal. Early morning, still in bed. Yeah. That was a good one. Not my favorite song on the album. Probably the most similar to what I would expect from maybe like the first album. I did like how it picked up, and I liked how the drums came in. I thought that was cool. I liked the energy he had with his vocal, and the chorus was catchy enough. So I think it works for sure. Fun song. Let's check out Never Really Mine. Love was not designed for time. I find it fascinating that the main change in energy in this song is the vocal approach, going from this belty, gritty vocal to the chiller vocal. Vocal approach determined it, you know, the vocal production. Fade away. Hey, don't you Having those screams in the background was a nice touch at the end. Did something similar to my song La Donna. I really liked that pickup. You know, like about halfway through the song when it started just going, the percussion started picking it up, and the melody was really cool and catchy. And I was hoping they'd repeat it, and they didn't, and it made me a little bit sad because I just liked it so much. The song structure was really interesting on this song, too, as well as the arrangement structure. It picked up in an interesting way. I think this one could be really fun live because I feel like they would let it drag out a little more. I think that's the thing I wanted from this song. I wanted it to just continue with that big epic energy. I really liked that vibe in the song, and I like when songs do that. Oh, it was only a 3-minute song, that's why. I just feel like that song could have kept going. I liked it a lot, and I wanted to hear more of it. Really great song to kind of showcase his ability to change vocal approaches. There were a lot of like subtle things he was doing with his vocals that I really liked in that song. Subtle addition of vocal fry and a belty quality combining to a really cool effect. Next song, Roller Coaster. That instrumental intro is brilliant. I love how the clicking of the piano matches up with the guitar at points. It's so cool. The way they've recorded this piano in this album is awesome. It gives such a rustic feel. I've heard them do that ooh with the piano before, and I love how it almost sounds ghostly. It's such a cool vibe. The vocal layering at the end, the I forgot, was really pretty. I'm pretty sure that was a female singing that octave over him, although it could have been a male falsetto. That was a good song. I liked it. I liked the tone of it. I liked the feel of it. The vibe was cool. I like piano-centric songs like that, where the piano almost has a riff. Jeremiah has really good piano skills, so I'm appreciative of his piano weaving on this song. I just feel like the Lumineers in general don't miss that much. On this album, I haven't heard a miss, really. A few things I maybe would have changed if I was involved with the project, but it doesn't change the quality. I mean, the songs are still good, and they still find ways to make it exciting, even when Remington. I don't know how I feel about that electronic drum. I don't think it's my vibe for them. Hey, Mr. Remington, promise us everything. I didn't like the electronic drum. I can tell I didn't like the electronic drum because when it cut out, I thought, I like this song. I like the, hey, Mr. Remington, please, Mr. Remington. I just don't feel like the instrumental palette they chose fit with the electronic drums. I think piano could have fit a little bit better with those drums they chose. Like a more piano-focused song. They're doing what they want. I'm glad to see them experimenting. You know? All the power to them. And electronic drums can be used intelligently. It's just in a folk setting too, I think. I think you can find a place for them. I just don't think this was quite on. But I'd love to see them experiment with that more and find a place where that works. I give the song credit for going in a new direction, for stepping outside the box for the Lumineers, you know? It's not normal for them to do an electronic drum part. Reprise, final song. I'm headed for the lights. I like the organ that comes in during that chorus and how it is only on one side, the panning of it's intelligent. It's cool. It's got a vibe. I liked the bass work on the second verse. I like how they kept in the sound of the slide. I think it sounded rustic and had a groove and a feel to it that worked really well. It's a good riff. Great call and response vocals in that song once again. I think that has been a highlight for me about this album is the intelligent use of call and response vocals and the way they've been produced too. It's just like a tad bit of chorus, a little in the back, nice blends to the combination of vocals. Sounds really, really clean. Yeah, I've liked the incorporation of high vocals there. That song was cool. I liked the bass line on it. I liked one of those the chorus after the bridge when he starts out just playing the guitar and then the whole band comes in when he says lights. That was a special moment because it gave me the impression that he was just going to be on the acoustic guitar again, and then when he hit lights, it just burst forth, and that sounded really fun. I enjoyed that bit. Cool album. In general, I liked it a lot, and I could see myself listening to it more. I want to study it a little bit to see exactly how they incorporate those background vocals and how they do that call and response, because I like the sound of it and I want to dig a little deeper. Lumineers is just cementing themselves as one of the great American folk bands, and every time they put out an album, they just are adding cement to that building, you know? They're just building that building up, and it's a rustic barn that is fantastic. Glad to hear it, and yeah, definitely be something I listen to more as the year progresses. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe. If you've made it this far, I mean, come on. Why not? And check out my album, Giovanni, as well as my song, Oh What a Beautiful Morning with Harley Swisher. And that's it. Catch you on the flip.